Freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, freedom fighters. It's another day in the neighborhood. On my way back to the Airbnb from work. There was some breaking news last night that was put out by BFTB Sports, BFTB Boxing, that I want to talk about. Not necessarily that, but the response, right, to what happened. Devin Haney filed a suit against Ryan Garcia for cheating, basically, cheating in multiple ways. Now, there are narratives going on out there that simply aren't true, right? They simply aren't true. You have certain so-called boxing journalists out here putting out half-assed information or just blatantly lying. And of course, they're going to defend Ryan Garcia for whatever reason, okay? That's what I want to get into. So let's move through this. Let's move through certain things that these people say. One thing they'll say is, oh, I don't believe Ryan did that. He's been set up. They're cheating. They're setting him up to fail. They're trying to take his win, whatever. And then it's, oh, well, Ryan Garcia has been cleared. Oh, he's been cleared. Then it's, it's just a little bit of ostarine in the system. Or it's, Devin wouldn't have won anyway. So the same individuals are saying all these different things about this whole situation. And it doesn't make any sense, right? Because if you believe that there was very little ostarine in the system, then there's no credence to you saying that Ryan Garcia was set up. And if Ryan Garcia was set up, then you shouldn't be complaining about the amount of ostarine in the system being a very low amount, a small enough amount for it not to be effective in this fight. And these are just a couple of things. But some of the things that the narratives they're pushing is that, Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney is trying to sue Ryan Garcia for coming in overweight. Somebody actually said that they're trying to sue Ryan Garcia because he didn't come in at the weight that they had agreed to in the original contract. That's what people are saying, right? People are saying that, oh, Devin Haney is trying to tell the New York State Athletic Commission what to do, trying to tell them how to do their job. Oh, but they ain't even wait for the B sample yet. That's actually what Boxing Ego, aka Boxing No-Go, had said. Boxing No-Go said, oh, well, you ain't even got the B sample up yet. You ain't got the B sample. So how you gonna do this and do that? How you gonna tell the New York State Athletic Commission what to do? That's not what they're doing. They're petitioning to the New York State Athletic Commission. It is well understood that the B sample needs to be tested. And once that's tested, all they're doing is asking for the proper amount of punishment be held against Ryan Garcia, right? And then another narrative is, oh, well, they're trying to get they're trying to have Ryan Garcia take an L for that fight and get a W. They're trying to actually not just get a no contest. They're actually trying to get a disqualification for Ryan Garcia. That is not what they're trying to do. The lawyer is just pointing out that is what the New York State Athletic Commission has done to previous cheaters in the past, right? He's not saying, oh, we want a disqualification. We want that to be overturned to a win and a loss for Ryan Garcia. That's not what they're doing, right? What they're doing is they're saying Ryan Garcia did multiple things to prove himself to be a cheater. And when that B sample ultimately comes out, right? First of all, he already tested positive for PEDs. All right. So all they're saying is, according to the with that positive test in mind, you guys, we would like for you guys to make sure that you issue the proper punishment to Ryan Garcia. And they're pointing out the reasons for which Ryan Garcia should suffer consequences, right? But that's not what these people are telling you. What's good, 22 Ronin? Damn, Mike, I saw your ass in Southpaw TV channel today, licking balls. You know what I'm saying? I know you be out here double and triple agenting. You know what I'm saying? So now I see who you get your narratives from. That clown South. I see where you get it from now. I was wondering. I said, where the hell is this dude coming with these regurgitating all these talking points? At Southpaw TV, at least it's one of them. And what's interesting is Southpaw TV also went at Minor Mouse for being a pedo, and I see you over there too. And it's already been pointed out to me that you are all up in Mighty Mouse's, whatever it is, what it is. So these are the narratives they're pushing. Oh, he's suing because Ryan Garcia came in overweight. Oh, he's trying to get a win and trying to give Ryan Garcia a loss. Oh, excuse me. Oh, they're trying to tell the New York State Athletic Commission what to do. They're trying to tell them how to do their job. All this is bullshit. All of it is bullshit. What they're doing is they're saying, now look here now. We want to make sure that Ryan Garcia suffers the consequences and he don't get no goddamn pity pat on the motherfucking hand. No little slap on, no little 6-month suspicion. They want the full, they want some shit to happen. They want some shit to happen. And that's what they want, right? Now, there are certain things in this lawsuit that has pointed out certain situations that have occurred in the lead up to the fight. One of the things that they're pointing out in this suit is that Ryan Garcia was getting an IV. He had an IV. That is against the New York State Athletic Commission rules. You cannot have an IV. It is against VADA. You cannot have an IV. Point blank in the motherfucking period. You're not supposed to have it. So, that is one mark against Ryan Garcia that they're not telling you about. Ryan Garcia had an IV, and there was a certain substance in that IV that was not just saline, okay? Saline is clear. This stuff had like a greenish color to it. So what is in that? Is it a detox? Are we trying to detox in an IV bag? Are we trying to flush our system of something before the fight? Perhaps. What are we doing with this IV that you're not supposed to have, Ryan? There's a reason that you're not supposed to have the IV. There's a reason it's against the rules. And actually, New York, I believe, does allow a certain size IV within a 12-hour period. The IV that Ryan Garcia was getting was well over the amount that was allowed in New York State. But that's irrelevant because VADA does not allow it at all, period. You're not, wait, I think it's the other way around. I think it's the other way. Either way, it is not allowed in New York State. Actually, I think it's actually New York State where they're not allowed. So that's one thing this petition is going on about. It's not just going on about the Ostarine. It's not just about the Ostarine, right? It's not just about the positive Ostarine test. It's also about the IV that he was not supposed to have, point blank, in the motherfucking period. And these clown ass motherfuckers are not telling you that. They telling you, oh, they're trying to get the readability, they're trying to get it up. It's bullshit. And these clowns sitting up here trying to get on Devin Haney for not wanting a rematch at this point in time with Ryan Garcia. So you would have him rematch a proven cheater. For what? To make you guys feel good about yourselves? To make you feel good? To make, fuck you. That's what I would say if I was Devin Haney. He needs to start saying, fuck y'all motherfuckers. Stop trying to please y'all. Fuck y'all. I would say, if I were, this motherfucker got the goddamn the goddamn speed radar thing out. He up here trying to catch somebody. I say, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you a goddamn rematch with Ryan Garcia. I don't owe you any motherfucking thing. I'm not gonna sit up here and say, oh, it's okay if Ryan Garcia had some Ostarine and did it. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Cause guess what? Nobody's looking out for Devin Haney. He is responsible for his own well-being, right? And that's just the way it is. So at the end of the day, I would say fuck y'all. Y'all can call me a pussy, call me what you want to call me. You just ain't gonna call me a goddamn fool. Difference in opinion. There's a difference between a difference of opinion and feeding a line of bullshit, right? There are facts, and there is pure, and then there's facts, and then there's bullshit. When your opinions is not really your opinion, and you're just pushing a narrative that you actually don't believe in because you don't like somebody, that's not a difference in opinion. You're full of shit. You are being intellectually dishonest because you know better. Like Boxing No-Go, like Southpaw. These motherfuckers know better. When Canelo popped dirty for clenbuterol, no, he did not give Canelo any credit for any of his fights because he popped dirty for clenbuterol. He pointed out that, and he had a problem with them raising the amounts, the allowable levels of clenbuterol in the system because of Canelo. So he's full of shit. All this caping that he's doing, all this shit that he's doing to defend Ryan Garcia is because he hates Devin Haney. He used to couldn't stand Ryan Garcia. He had no respect for Ryan Garcia. He thought Ryan Garcia was full of shit. He thought he was a duck. All this other, Southpaw is full of shit. Boxing Ego is full of shit because he's also leaving out crucial information in the shit that he's spoon feeding y'all, and y'all just rolling with it because, hey, they like the same person you like. So there's a difference between differences in opinion and actually having a real point of contention that you can discuss. No, what you guys come on here and do is you regurgitate retarded talking points that don't make any goddamn sense. They ain't got nothing to do with real life facts. So, Devin Haney and his team is pointing out that Ryan Garcia used an IV when he was not supposed to. These are facts. This is in the contract. And also, it's in the contract, and they're pointing it out in the lawsuit. I saw items of the contract. There are people out there that actually have the contract. There are people out there that actually have the lawsuit. So they're actually able to tell you the real information. And these other motherfuckers mad because they don't have access to that. So not only is it the IV and the Ostarine, it is the allowable amounts of Ostarine that are allowed to be in your system. And guess what? In New York State and Nevada, There is zero allowance for ostarine in your system. Zero. You are not allowed to have any amount of ostarine in your system, in your urine, in your blood, any of that. This is what the fighters are well aware of this. So when they sign that dotted line, they are saying, okay, well, I accept that. I accept that I'm not allowed to have any level of ostarine in my system. And that's the bottom line to it. So all this trace amount, this trace amount, that trace amount of your mama's vagina juice on my dick, it don't matter. I can tell you, if your mama's vagina busted and ejaculated on my dick and it got all creamy and she got up and walked out, and you saw trace amounts of female ejaculate on my nutsack and on the tip of my penis and on the shaft. If you see trace amounts of female ejaculate on my dick, does that mean that that's all that was on my dick? Or did I have a full vagina wrapped around my penis? See, that's what y'all not getting. That's what you're saying when you say, oh, there was just trace amounts of ostarine in his urine. Trace amounts. That's it. That it wasn't enough to be effective when it's just residue. It's trace amounts. It's the leftovers. It's what the body didn't use. Your body utilized a certain amount and got rid of the rest. Got rid of the rest of it as waste. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. And also, you got people out here saying, oh, well, they should have had Olympic style testing. It should have been Olympic testing, blah, blah, blah. It was. It was Olympic style testing. But see, they're not going to tell you the difference between Olympic style and not Olympic style. They're going to act like, oh, with Olympic style testing, it's all about how they test and what they use. And no. It's just with Olympic style testing, they're allowed to randomly test you at any point in time. They don't have to give you any notice. They can pop up at your house and you have to give them samples. And also with Olympic style testing, you have to give samples the day before, right? You got to give a urine sample the day before and a urine and blood sample the day after the fight. These are what is required in Olympic style testing. So they had Olympic style testing. So there are a number of things here. 3 very important things. The ostarine, the IV that he was not supposed to have and he did have in his video evidence. And then there is the kicker that I'm not sure you guys are aware of. After the weigh-in, right? After the weigh-in, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and this is on the 19th. On the 19th, right? Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia was supposed to give their samples. Devin Haney immediately after the weigh-in gave his sample. Guess what happened with Ryan? Guess what happened with Ryan? Not only did he not give his sample immediately after the weigh-in, he disappeared for 9 hours. Yeah. He did not only did he not give his sample immediately after the weigh-in, he refused to give the sample. He disappeared for 9 hours. Disappeared for 9 hours. Disappeared for 9 hours. Don't mean nothing. Ronan 22, you're a moderator. Now, you know, I believe in free speech. You know I believe in free speech. Dead Mike is in here. And yeah, he's a troll. And he's full of shit. That don't mean nothing. It means everything, my friend. It means everything, and you'll soon find out. When that B sample comes back positive, so you're saying you signed up to get drug testing to give your sample immediately after a weigh-in. You signed up for it. But instead of doing that, you run off and disappear for 9 hours before you actually relinquish your sample. And that don't mean nothing. You know what, Ronan? Ronan, you up in here, man? Let me ask you a question. See, I believe in free speech, and I don't believe in censorship. But hey, my moderators have their own mind. I would not be mad if you actually time the fuck out of the motherfucking dead mic motherfucker. I wouldn't be mad about it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying, you know, if you time them out for like 2 months, because I know there's different levels of timing out. I wouldn't be mad at it, bro. I wouldn't be mad at it. I don't encourage censorship, but you know, I'm thoroughly against censorship, but sometimes you got to get the snakes out of your motherfucking grass. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I'm not a hypocrite because I didn't censor them. You know what I'm saying? So I actually feel good about this. Thank you, Ronan. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That motherfucker getting on my goddamn nerves. All he does is he comes up in here just to troll. And, you know, he's a minor mouse supporter. So I really don't want, you know, sometimes you do want the clowns to expose themselves. But I've been exposed to this fucking dead mic motherfucker for long enough. I was hoping you start roasting. I've roasted dead mic I don't know how many times. And I'm tired of them. You think the whole fight was a Vegas lick? It definitely was, because Ryan Garcia, the odds were fucking wow, out of this world. Out of this world. A lot of people cleaned up. Mexican fighters be cheating. I know. Yeah. I mean, look at Eddie Reynoso's camp. But what's funny is it's amazing the amount of people that are actually still supporting Ryan Garcia, even though they know he tested positive for PEDs. And I'm talking about people who would not give the benefit of the doubt to certain other boxers who tested positive for PEDs. This shit is crazy. Like, if you test dirty for PEDs in boxing, you don't get the benefit of the doubt until you clear your name. Until you come back cleared, if you can find a way to clear your shit, contamination and supplements you were taking, or whatever, or however you could do it, that made sense. Until then, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. I don't understand where this shit is coming from. Shit's crazy. Canelo ducking black fighters is cheating. It's definitely ducking. Now he won't fight David Benavidez. I've never seen this level of just hate. This level of hate towards, you know, a single boxer. Like, you just throw all your integrity, all of your, just throw everything out of the window. For what? Just nothing matters. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And I have a few ideas as to why certain boxing YouTube channels are going against the Haneys in this way. I agree. Haney is a class act. Haney's a class act, but they don't like him because his daddy talk too much. His this, his that. Oh, they be doing it. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that this dude, Boxing Ego, aka Boxing No Go, was talking about today, because I stopped by to see what he was talking about. I was like, oh shit, let me see the type of caping and tap dance he's gonna do for Ryan Garcia this time, and try to act like he's being rational. He was talking about how Devin Haney's not getting the support because, well, he's saying that people are complaining about Devin Haney not getting the support because he's black, and he's like, he's like saying that's not true, blah blah blah. And he's saying those same people who would say Devin Haney's not getting the support because he's black also didn't say anything when Bill Haney called Tank Davis a monkey. And I'm like, that's a very interesting talking point. That's very interesting. Because see, this is what they do, right? Well, this is what they do. They attack a straw man, right? Or this is more like a red herring. They'll attack a straw man, or they'll throw out red herrings like, yeah, y'all mad. Y'all think they're racist towards Devin because he's black. But you ain't got a problem with Bill Haney calling Tank Davis a monkey. And I'm like, well, he calls himself an ape, right? He calls himself a gorilla and an ape, right? So I think that's why Bill Haney is calling him a monkey, because he's making fun of the fact that he calls himself an ape. He's not saying, oh, you're an ape because you black ape. No. Or you black monkey. Because Tank calls himself an ape. He has a tattoo. He calls himself a gorilla. And then cats start to get a little bit pedantic, right? Because they'll say, oh, if you want to say that monkeys and apes, what's the difference, right? There are differences, but I think the differences are relevant in this case. Because he's calling him a monkey because he calls himself a gorilla, right? That's why he's calling him that. He's making fun of him calling himself a gorilla. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's trolling his nickname. But they'll tell you it's because Bill Haney is racist towards black people. Oh, he has to be racist because he called him a monkey. But if Tank is already calling himself an animal, are apes human? Apes aren't human. Monkeys aren't human. You see that? Monkeys are not humans. Apes are not humans. So would it have been better if he called him a little gorilla? Like, what's the difference, right? Yes, there are fundamental differences biologically between gorillas and apes, or gorillas or apes and monkeys, right? And there are like three differences. Monkeys have tails, apes don't. Apes tend to be bigger, monkeys are not. Apes have bigger brains. Monkeys have smaller brains because they're smaller in stature. They don't usually get as big as motherfucking apes. Those are the differences. A tail, the size, and the motherfucking brain. And yes, gorillas are closer to humans than monkeys are, but only because of the tail. That's it. Only because of the tail and the size, and you know what I'm saying? And those are the differences. But they'll act like if you're going to call yourself an ape and somebody's trolling you, then okay, well, they might call you a monkey to make fun of your own little moniker that you call yourself. So that's a reach, right? But it's different. There's a difference between calling somebody a monkey that calls himself an ape and a bunch of Hispanic people on Twitter being blatantly racist and calling people mayates and all this other shit. So I'm not on Twitter, but Champside was showing us his Twitter, and he was showing us how a bunch of Hispanic people, right, were calling him mayates, you know, being racist on Twitter. So this is what we're talking about, right? This is why people are saying that people who are against Devin Haney, who fought a guy who used PEDs against him, they're supporting Ryan Garcia because they're racist. This is what this is coming from. But leave it to people like Boxing Ego. There's no basis for that argument, because of course he has to push the narrative that the Haneys are the bad guys, right? And Ryan Garcia, you know, oh, wait for the B sample. No, it's not just about the Osterine. It's about the IV that he wasn't supposed to have. That's a violation. That's a pure and blatant violation. It's the same. It's an equal violation as the fucking Osterine. And this motherfucker refused to get tested. He refused to give the sample for 9 hours after he was supposed to. Those are two violations that are already in place that don't need to be proven any further. Now, the B sample, you got to wait till the 22nd. But there's already 2 points against Ryan Garcia in regards to this lawsuit. And that's what's being pointed out. It's not just about the Osterine. It's not about the weight. Because when Ryan Garcia breached the contract to miss weight, they renegotiated the contract around allowing him to come in 3 pounds overweight. So you won't hear me talking about that. What you hear me talking about is the IV and the fact that he refused to get tested for 9 hours. Refused to give the sample for 9 hours after he was supposed to. Point blank and period. He is being sued. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, no, I think you did. I think I saw it in one of your videos. What Mayweather situation? Which one? There's, yeah, the, like, when he was stuck in Dubai and all that. Yeah, I think is that what you're talking about? Ain't really been much going on with him since he's been back. He was going back and forth with Tank Davis. The point is, you got these motherfuckers out here lying to y'all about this lawsuit. They're out here lying about why the lawsuit is happening, and they want Devin Haney to rematch Ryan Garcia for what? Because y'all saying it don't matter. So why do y'all need to see the rematch if it don't matter, right? Ryan just whooped his ass. Ryan Garcia said he wouldn't give him a rematch. Now y'all, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he got his ass thoroughly whooped. If Devin Haney got his ass thoroughly whooped, then why do y'all want to see a rematch? What's this about? Oh, because Ryan Garcia needed to cheat, and y'all want to actually see him whoop Devin Haney's ass clean, and we're supposed to trust that he's gonna come in clean. We're supposed to trust that he's not gonna bullshit and try to cheat his way through this whole goddamn fight. Fuck that. If I was Devin Haney, I say fuck y'all. I don't give a hot fuck what y'all think about me not wanting to rematch Ryan Garcia. I'm not fighting for you motherfuckers no more. I'm fighting for me. And if you happen to enjoy the fights, good for you. But I'm not gonna put myself in danger for you. Right? I'm not going to concede for you. I'm not going to give any ground to cheaters for y'all motherfuckers. That's what I would say if I was Devin Haney. And I would push for, fuck it. Take the W away from Ryan Garcia. Give me the W, give his ass the L. And I wouldn't give a fuck what y'all said about it. That's me. If I was Devin Haney, I'd say, fuck y'all, man. Give me my W. Even though there were a lot of mistakes that Devin Haney made in that fight, he still whooped he still outboxed Ryan Garcia from at least round 2, 3 for at least rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In the last round, I would give that to him too. So it could have been a draw, right? Or Devin Haney winning by a close margin. if not for those knockdowns. And would he have gotten those knockdowns if not for the PEDs? We won't ever know. We won't ever know. Could Devin Haney have actually knocked Ryan Garcia down in the 3rd round when he threw his ass back and he almost knocked his ass down in that fight? Who knows? But I wouldn't give a fuck. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck what you think. And what? And what? Yeah, I'm going to take my W. I'm going to give you the L. And take your monkey ass and get out of the sport for a couple years. And come back when you get your fucking head straight. Or don't come back at all. That's what I would do. And I'll say, fuck you motherfuckers. What's good, Rashad? I got to get up out of here, man. Getting up out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all, listen. Drug cheats cannot be allowed in boxing because that is just going to be, that's going to lead to deaths, right? If they think that they can get away with it because people out there in the world thinks it's okay, yeah, we got a problem on our hands. Anyway, much love. Like, share, subscribe, and we're going to keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.